Isn't it great when you decide to take a fabulous trip away, only to get that email about a potential job that doesn't care one iota that you're in some remote location away from all your usual setup? Here are some of the best hacks I've learned for self-taping while on holiday. How to get off your keister and do some work. Our career rarely operates under something that looks like an ordinary routine. And so we know that when opportunities come a-calling, even at inopportune times, we still have to try and nab it. If you have to audition while on holiday, remember to pick your filming time carefully and be disciplined. This is actually more for your mental health. Consider what you have planned for your holiday and see if you can spare an hour or two, or however much time you think you'll need, to really focus on your work. But try and be very strict with this scheduling. You're probably emotionally in switch-off mode, and you most likely want to return to that as fast as possible. Allotting a specific pocket of time to concentrate on the job, being disciplined enough to commit and cut it off when you're done will help you feel confident about your submission and subsequently confident to go back to your holiday afterwards stress-free. What camera to use? Everyone has the power to be a professional self-taper in the palm of their hand. We take our phones with us on holiday anyway, so at least you're not lugging around all that complicated equipment. In fact, even when not on holiday, these days you can film, edit, and send your self-tapes to casting all with your phone. And when done correctly, this is a perfectly acceptable self-tape submission. Where and when to film. Hotel rooms are usually pretty good sound-wise because they most likely have to be for customer comfort. We can use this to our filming advantage. You may also decide to bring attachable microphone equipment, which these days can be pretty compact and light for travel, but I don't. The phone works just fine for me. Always film against a blank wall. This is a rule for all self-tapes anyway, but if you don't travel with your usual backdrops, which I certainly don't, in my experience, I've found that hotels are actually fairly accommodating for blank wall spaces. I have in the past had to move furniture around or take frames down from their perch delicately just to have a clean blank wall. Do what you have to do, within reason. Don't hurt yourself or do any damage that might cause extra charges on the bill. Lighting, however, is always another story. Make sure you pick a time to film when the natural lighting is the most opportune in your room. Downlighting is common in hotel rooms, but it is not very flattering for filming. It tends to give everyone awkward shadows, particularly under the eyes, which is always the area on our face we should be making the clearest because it's where the performance truly lives. I always bring my trusty ring light on a trip with me. Now, before all of you ridicule me for being just one more shameless influencer who can only measure his or other people's worth by their follower count, please like, comment, and subscribe below. I need this, I have nothing else. Ooh. The ring light is quite a divisive topic among our community of artists, but in a pinch, like in the case of a holiday audition, it is certainly a serviceable and handy substitute for clear studio lighting. Using a reader while on holiday. But what if I'm on holiday and I need a reader for my script, I hear you ask? Huh, good question. I think I'm gonna have to go to Andrew to answer this one. Andy, can you hear me? How are you doing?
Thanks, Vinny. So you're on a holiday, trying to relax, you've got this audition that's come through. The biggest thing for me is your reader. Most likely you're going to be doing a scene and you're going to need someone to run lines with. Now, of course, if you've got an actor who you're on the holiday with, you are good to go. But if you are doing this with your mom, your brother, your grandfather, most likely they're not going to be the best actor or reader. So my encouragement is to tell them to keep it really, really simple. You want to connect with them, you want them to be there and be present, but tell them to not do too much. I often find when you're reading with non-actors, they will overact and perform to show you how good and amazing they are. So tell them to keep it really simple and quite subdued so that you remain the star of the show. And I think if you can do that, you've got a great reader on your hands, and most likely it won't affect your audition in a negative way. Enjoy.
No, Andrew, I'm fine. Thanks for asking. Give yourself a break. I have actually booked and gotten callbacks on several jobs from holiday auditions. One might even argue that it was because I was feeling so refreshed that it reflected in my work. Give yourself a break. You deserve it. We may have an uncommon job, but it doesn't mean we don't deserve the same type of relaxation as everyone else.